Welcome to the Champions Club. Before we get started with the official stuff, Doug's going to be up here. We got a video to watch. 6 years ago, Florida State played the Hokies of Virginia Tech in Blacksburg, Virginia. How many have made that Thursday night trip? A lot of you are there, okay? It was we're trailing. All of a sudden, they take the lead. It's 2 minutes to go in the ball game, and we get the ball back. E.J. Manuel, the quarterback. It's 2nd down and 10 from the Hokie 39-yard line. Manuel takes the snap. He rolls. He looks. He throws. It's caught by Rashad Green. Green to the 30, to the 25, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown FSU. Noles retake the lead. We went on to beat those dead-gum Hokies 28-22, and by the way, that was a special birthday present for Bobby Bowden. He turned 83 years old that night. He was watching on TV, and his favorite team beat the Hokies. That's not easy to do. We're going to do it again tomorrow night. Less than 24 hours, FSU kicks off our 72nd season of college football. And you know what? Our football program would not be what it is today without great Seminoles that wear garnet and gold, dig deep into their wallets, and support this program, and I mean support it the right way, so that we can go out on Saturdays, Mondays, Thursdays, and win college football games and hire coaches like Willie Taggart. Thank you very much. To start off, I'd like to have Doug Russell, who is the present chairman of Seminole Boosters Incorporated. And Doug, you got a lot of responsibility this year. We're going to go, 14-0. That means national champion. Doug, you're on the hook for that one, okay? Doug Russell, come forward with your comments. Chairman, Seminole Boosters Incorporated. Doug.
How about the voice of the Seminoles? And Gene, in 1999, Debbie and I and my father-in-law, Roy and Mary York, are out there. We were in the Sugar Bowl when we beat the Hokies for the national championship. How about that?
I got a call from there, too.
So welcome, everybody. On behalf of the Seminole Boosters, our board of directors, and all supporters and donors just like you, I wanted to welcome you tonight. This is a big night for Florida State University, and we're tickled that President Thrasher, Chairman Burr, Andy Miller, many trustees, Bob Sasser I see here. I know I saw Craig Mateer earlier. So excited to have everybody here tonight. Thank you. So Andy and I served on a committee over the past several months, chaired by Chairman Burr. Also on that committee, President Thrasher, Vice President of Finance Kyle Clark is here tonight. He was on that. Athletic Director David Coburn and many senior staff. And we reviewed the needs for football and all sports. And what you're going to hear tonight checks all those boxes. It meets all those needs. And Chairman Burr is going to go over that in more detail. But we're going to take care of football, the additional space we need in football, and that's going to lead to us finding additional space for all the Olympic sports that they desperately need. And then to cap it off, President Thrasher will tell you about the additional university and academic space that is part of the plan. So we're excited. You're going to watch a short video right now that's going to overview the Unconquered campaign, co-chaired by Nyla Thompson and John Crow. We're excited to announce that tonight as well. So please enjoy the video. Thank you.
The word Unconquered has served as a unifying term and symbol of Florida State University. This was inspired by the Seminoles of Florida, who never surrendered, and is lived out in competition by the student athletes of FSU. It is upon this spirit the Unconquered campaign is built. The leadership of Florida State University, including Chairman of the Board of Trustees Ed Burr, President John Thrasher, senior staff of the Athletic Department, and the Seminole Boosters Board of Directors, led by Chairman Doug Russell, have developed a vision and plan for the future of FSU athletics. The result is the $100 million Unconquered campaign, which will be jointly funded by Seminole Boosters and the FSU Athletic Department. The campaign will be led by co-chairs Nyla Thompson and John Crow. This will include a football operations center located adjacent to the Albert J. Dunlap Athletic Training Facility. The $60 million, 122,000 square foot space will include the following highlights: team locker room and players lounge, medical training, rehabilitation, and hydrotherapy areas, weight room, coaches' offices, new position meeting rooms, and a 200-seat team meeting room. and a recruiting lounge overlooking the practice fields to showcase the FSU football tradition. The facility is scheduled to open in July of 2021. The Don Veller Seminole Golf Course. Already under construction, the Don Veller Seminole Golf Course is receiving an $8 million renovation by the Jack Nicklaus Group. When opened in fall 2019, the course will be the nation's first Nicklaus Legacy course. This will help the Seminole Golf Program attract the nation's best prospects and be a great resource for the university and local community. The investment is part of a strategic vision for the FSU campus and the city of Tallahassee's Gateway District. The scenic roadway from Tallahassee International Airport to FSU's main campus will link 900 acres of FSU land to facilitate campus expansion. More athletic center improvements. Construction of the Football Operations Center creates an opportunity to update the signature building to better serve the men and women of all FSU sports. Some of the highlights are the weight room that will provide increased accessibility to train at times conducive to academic and competitive schedules. FIG dining room enhancements will double the current space to accommodate a greater number of student athletes, coaches, and staff at peak hours. Athletic training room enhancements featuring new equipment, including the latest in hydrotherapy, and more access for training staff to provide more flexibility in scheduling day-to-day and rehabilitative services. Dick Howser Baseball Stadium. FSU looks to the future of Seminole baseball with a proposed renovation of Dick Howser Stadium, which has hosted over 4 million fans and countless great players since opening in 1983. Phase 1 of the renovations is anticipated to cost $6 million and will include new field lighting, the construction of permanent bleachers down the third baseline, a new team building, and enhanced entrance. Donald L. Tucker Civic Center. Phase 2 of the Tucker Center renovations is the final step in completing the vision for the home of Seminole basketball. It includes team lounges and spaces to provide the men's and women's teams with first-class areas to study, relax, and build relationships with teammates away from the court. Celebrating 50 years of women's athletics at Florida State. Women's athletics traces its rich tradition to the early 1900s and Florida State College for Women. The 2018-19 school year marks the 50th anniversary of a continuous women's intercollegiate program. Since volleyball took the floor in 1968 as the first ever women's intercollegiate sport for the Seminoles, FSU has won 7 national championships, including the 2018 National Championship in softball. In honor and appreciation of the history and accomplishments of our women's athletics past, present, and future, Seminole Boosters has set a goal of $5 million in new support. Athletic scholarships. Athletic scholarships are vital to attracting and retaining top student athletes to enriching their lives. More than 80% of recipients will earn a degree, including many first-generation college students. Scholarships change their lives and the trajectory of future generations of their families. Seminole Boosters, through the generous support of its donors, fund scholarships for 399 athletes, totaling more than $10 million per year. The Unconquered campaign is a game-changing vision for Florida State athletics and the university. We hope you'll join us on the journey as we make a once-in-a-generation commitment to enrich the lives of every future Seminole student athlete.
President Thrasher, that's touchdown Florida State number 2030. All right, I've done 2029 times. Coach Lonni Alameda, is here tonight. Coach Willie Taggart here tonight. And after that video, the inspiration of the Seminole Nation, Unconquered, is the name of our campaign. Coach Taggart, Coach Alameda, if you'll please come forward, we'd like to introduce you to this great group of Seminoles here tonight. We are blessed with the best coaches of the nation. And here tonight, your NCAA champion softball coach, Lonni Alameda. And waiting with bated breath to begin his career as the head coach of the Florida State football team, Willie Taggart. They are here tonight at the Champions Club. Coaches, come forward, please. Wow, hey, 1-0 over Washington, game one, then 8-3 to win it all in Oklahoma City, huh? It doesn't get a whole lot better than that. Hey, Lonni, I'm going to ask you a question or two, and then I'm going to get to Coach Taggart, but what was it like in Oklahoma City, the mecca of women's softball? What was it like to be there and win a championship?
It was incredible, right? Yeah, I mean, you guys were all there with us, right? So it was incredible. The spirit to be a Seminole, you guys felt it through the televisions, the social media feeds, and I so thank you guys for being there and supporting us. It was something I'll never forget in my lifetime, but the most important part, those kids will never forget that experience, so thank you for being a part of it. So incredible.
Boy, how about that? Lonni, congratulations. You brought the trophy home to Tallahassee, Florida. Earlier today, Lonni, you had a part to play in the kickoff to celebrate 50 years of women's athletics at FSU. 50 years. Can you share how you feel about FSU's commitment, the boosters' commitment, the athletic department's commitment, this university's commitment to women's athletics?
Yeah, what an incredible event. Some of you guys were there this afternoon, and it was that family feel again, and that's the underlying theme for everything that we do as a coaching staff with our program and recruiting is it's a family. So there were so many former players, alumni, staff members that were there that were celebrating 50 years for the appreciation of our foundation of Florida State, but also for the vision for the future. And they're so excited about the future, and there's so many that are supporting us individually as coaches and programs. And I just can't tell you how awesome that feeling is. I've been at a lot of schools, and when you come down to the bare nuts and bolts of Florida State, it's a family. We take care of each other, and you could feel that there, and I'm so proud that I get that to represent that.
Lonni, the Unconquered campaign. Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Exactly. The commitment of Florida State University, 50 years and counting, in support of women's athletics programs. The Unconquered campaign, we just saw the video and had a chance to see what's going on in the future, and I like that, the giant step forward with the Unconquered campaign. Now, women's athletics is going to move into the Moore Athletic Center eventually, and you're going to have better dining facilities, better weight room, better training facilities, access to the very best. How do you see this positively acting on behalf of your team and the other athletes in women's athletics at Florida State?
Yeah, so just to share with you all, the weight room can be kind of like the club down there sometimes because it gets crowded. It does. The kids are going to class from 8 till probably 2, so your chances to lift are from 6 to 8. And some of you guys athletes know you're down there with swimmers and you're down with the baseball players and track and softball, and you're all trying to get your lift on. And so this gives us the opportunity to allow the amazing football players and how strong they are throwing weight around, and then some of the smaller kids, although we're not so small by heart, but, maybe small by body size, but, and to get in there and lift too. So I think it frees up. We have an amazing strength and conditioning staff, and it allows them the ability to actually give time and spend time with kids and move kids around. And so, when you think about room, just giving us room to move and grow, it's an incredible opportunity with that. And not only in the weight room, my gosh, if you guys think the team behind the team, there's so many people that help. So from our academics to our facilities people to student services, just so many opportunities to build and grow. I mean, I think we're busting at the seams over there because teams, we're not 15 anymore. We're 26 on our roster now. So when you think about that, like the growth of athletes at every school has gotten bigger, and coaching staffs get bigger, and you get an assistant in the weight room, so your travel squad's now 40, and before it was like 21, and so where do you put all those people, and where do you do their laundry and all that kind of stuff? So we're just giving the opportunity for everyone that's a part of sport to be able to grow and have space to move around. So it's an incredible opportunity for us.
Seminoles, I think we're hearing another national championship for Florida State softball. Another. Lonni Alameda. Lonni, congratulations on the tremendous success
I don't know.
of our softball team this year, and under your coaching, it was phenomenal. I think everybody here tonight watched you do your thing and watched the Seminoles bring that trophy home. If you were to visit with a donor, a potential donor for Florida State University in this campaign, what would you say to a potential donor? How could they help you the best?
Yeah, so I can teach you how to throw a drop ball and a curveball, and I can, drop stuff and that kind of stuff. But I don't think a lot of times you get the chance as donors to actually be with the kids. That's what we're all here for. We're all here for the student athlete. We're all here to watch them grow when they come in as bright-eyed freshmen, to shaking hands and taking on the world when they leave and graduate from this place. And everybody has a part of that. And so, the great thing about maybe our sport is you get to be around us and get to meet us and see us a little bit more. And that's a big part of it. You get to see them grow, where maybe sometimes in football or basketball you can't be right down there with them, but every 18, 19-year-old coming in here is going through the same experience. And so with our ability as coaches to grow young women and young men and let them take on the world because of what we have at Florida State comes from the funding and comes from the opportunities. And so, if I could take every single one of you guys and you come hang out with us at practice and do some things with us, I think that would be the most amazing thing, because that's the inspiration of why you're here for athletics, is you want to see them grow and take on the world. So everyone saw, there's the catch that won a national championship here, and then there's the catch that also won a national championship here, right? So Jessie Warren, and Jessie Warren would never be able to come to school. She just didn't have the funds to do it. So the scholarship money allows her to come, and she has grown to be an amazing young lady because of every single person that's been a part of her career here in the 4 years. And, a funny story, my first time she went, we didn't do so well, and she got interviewed, and she was on the mic, and she was like doing this, like a very immature, like, we lost, and I'm like a mom, like, get your head up, To, if anyone saw her interview at the end of the World Series, she was incredible. And, that was everyone's part of growing up a young lady that's ready to jump into the real world. So your funding helps young women and young men be able to take it on. And yes, we all want to see them Major League Baseball, NFL, Major League Softball. We want to see that. But really, we want to see them contributors to society, and we want to see them proud about being a Florida State athlete.